That much more time to catch up.
All right, 6 o'clock. Welcome everybody to the Public Utilities Commission meeting Tuesday, March 10th. Chase, you want to take roll call?
Okay. Hassan,
Here.
Quorum,
Here.
Adams, Hall,
Here.
Nolan,
Here.
Preisel,
Here.
T-Winkle.
All right. We're going to just jump down to number 2, approval of February 10th, 2020 meeting minutes. Get approval?
So moved.
Got a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. Number 3, discussion and possible action on the 2020 Wisconsin Street Tower reconditioning project. Kip.
Okay, in your packets, there is a issue sheet that I put together. Bids were open on March 6th, 2020 for the Wisconsin Street Tower Rehab Project. 6 bids were received. Base bid and an alternate bid were requested. The alternate bid was to add an additional 3 years to the original, or to the original warranty of 2 years for a total of 5 years.
Definitely puts it on.
Funding source, it is budgeted.
72 or 77, one of the newer trucks.
If you go to the second page on that issue sheet, it'll actually, the engineering letter, which gives all the base bids, and then the alternate bid, and the alternate, like I said, was for an additional 3-year warranty on the work. So based off of that, I'm recommending.
What is the base warranty, I'm sorry?
The base bid is for the work.
With 0 warranty?
No, there's a 2-year warranty on it.
And we're requesting...
We, as part of the bid package, we requested an additional 3 years.
So 5 years.
So it would
is
give us a
alternate.
5-year, instead of a 2-year, it would give us a 5-year.
And
Correct.
How long does the paint usually last?
Well, anywhere from 15 to 20 years with maintenance.
Okay.
You know, normally you're repainting a tower about every 20,
Okay.
you know, if you keep maintenance, if you keep power washing them, keep them clean, things of that nature. Do some touch-ups, because you always get chips, you know, from whatever. So if you keep up on that kind of stuff, which we do, you know, they should last you 20 plus type thing. So, so my recommendation is recommend award of the Wisconsin Street Tower Rehab project to Classic Protective Coatings Incorporated in the amount of $312,958, and then it's going to be either including the additional warranty or excluding the additional warranty, and that's where you guys come in. My opinion is, you know, you're looking at about an additional $19,400. Classic is a very reputable company. They're the ones that actually did Lemon Street for us 2 years ago in 2000, or 3 years ago now in 2017. They do a fantastic job. I don't know if we're going to get $20,000 out of 3 years, you know, for the additional 3 years.
So they would touch things up for 3 years, or for 5 years
Yeah, they
altogether.
would, 5 years altogether, they would come back for any warranty work. If you know, some rust starts showing up, it does happen. You know, it does happen, but normally we'll catch it in the first 2 years. You know, we have towers right now that we're having redone, you know, or just touched up, where, you know, a little bit of rust came through in a joint or something like that, so they have to go back in and grind it out and reprime it, repaint it and things, but that falls under our 2-year warranty. So, you know, I guess my opinion, I don't know if it's 20 grand for an additional 3 years. So
What does a typical touch-up cost then, if you've got
it depends on what it is. I mean, it can run anywhere from a couple $1,000 to $10,000.
Okay.
You know, normally a couple grand.
Okay.
You know, you can have them come in and touch them up. I mean, unless the tower has to be drained or something along that line, then it obviously gets a little more expensive. But for typical, you know, touch-up work, now this wouldn't include any power washing, you know, none of that kind of maintenance type stuff. This would just be if there's something wrong with their work that they performed, they would come back in and fix it. So.
It's an older type of tower with maybe rivets and bolts. And
Yeah,
stuff,
it's
with
an
more potential than the newer types.
Yep, it's an older tower. It's a legged tower. And that is something to take into consideration. You know, it is a legged tower. It's rivets and bolts and, you know, things of that nature. You know, weather-wise, I mean, it's out like every other tower, but the newer ones are smoother. There's not as much, you know, cracks and crevices and things like that in them too. So that's a good point.
This is external stuff only, correct?
No, this would be the entire internal.
Internal as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we budgeted, what?
We budgeted
530,000 or something?
550,000 for this. And just in comparison, in 2007, when we did Lemon Street, that tower came in at 327,000 is what we paid for Lemon Street. So
Is
so
Lemon a similar type tower?
they're identical. Yeah. So, you know, the base bid of 312,958 is less than the 327. We did not request the warranty back in 2017. We haven't had any issues with it. They are back doing a little bit of touch up on it. So, but that's under their current
That
under
was
our
in
current warranty.
2017.
Yeah.
Didn't we get a hailstorm too that year?
Possible. I don't remember.
We had some significant hail come through not too long ago.
So pricing wise, it's right there. You know, there hasn't been a change at all. It's actually cheaper than it was in 2017 to do it. So I guess, but I left it up to you guys if you want to do the alternate, or you don't want to do the alternate.
So we need to get a motion on doing the alternate?
Yeah, we would. Yeah, it would just be, you know, make a motion to accept classic protective coatings in the amount of, you know, if you're gonna just do the 300, just without, it would be 312,958. If you're gonna do with, it would be 332,358.
Does anybody else have any questions about this?
What's everybody thinking about the alternate?
Well, with the newer type of towers, it's more foolproof, but like we were talking, so it's possible we might want it, I don't know. Because it is the older type with more possibilities for problems.
Yeah, and that is
Bolts, rivets,
true.
Whatnot.
Okay.
But we have Lemon Street as a pretty good example.
That's true.
Myself, I'm not an extended warranty kind of guy, but,
You are or aren't?
or not. I am not.
Right.
Because I'm a firm believer if it's gonna go bad, it's likely gonna go bad in the first 2 years.
Right.
I'm more of an extended warranty kind of a person, but I'm thinking, no, I think we could do a lot of repairs for 19,000.
Well, I think, Kip, if you're advising us against it, there's no reason why.
Well, I'm not advising against it. I'm just saying that Classic is a very reputable company. I think we're gonna get a fantastic job out of these guys.
With the company we had in Hanley
And
Road,
that's,
they had-
well, and that's part of the reason why we put this in there, because when you go out to bid, you really don't know who you're gonna get. You know, if we
Okay.
get somebody that we're just kind of going, well, I've never worked with them before, you know, they haven't done any work in town, you kind of go, well, you know, then at that point, it might be money well spent. But, you know, Classic has done numerous towers in town, you know, and like I said, the latest one that they did was Lemon Street for us in 2017, so.
All right.
I'll
Well-
make the motion to accept the base bid for classic protective coatings of 312,958.
We got a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries.
Nobody's gonna make a motion to take the alternate, or to add the alternate. Okay.
All right, moving on. Susie and I spoke with Kip beforehand. We are gonna be crossing off number 4 for now. We're gonna come back to that on the next meeting. So we're gonna skip over number 4 for now. We're gonna move to number 5. Discussion and possible action on the extension of sewer and water services to the Utility Service Center Vehicle Storage Building.
All right, let me get to it here. So we did, so this is for right out here, you know, for the sewer and water extensions, or the sewer extensions and then the water and sanitary sewer services to come into that new building. So we had put out RFPs and proposals. We opened them up on, I believe it was March 5th, at 2 o'clock. We actually got 7 contractors to bid on this one, so this was fantastic. Zappa Brothers, and you can see it up on the screen where everybody came in at from there. Zappa Brothers was low bid. So I am actually recommending that we go with the Zappa Brothers for the Livingston Road water and sewer improvements on there for $71,770.35.
Okay.
These were all very competitive right there too.
Anybody have any questions or would like to make a motion?
Well, what about the building? We don't have any idea.
The building is actually going to be going out this week for bids. So that's just how it has to work. It's kind of goofy because we have to publicly bid the building. We can't pick a building type. So if that makes sense. So we can't say we want building A or whoever is going to manufacture the building. We can't say that this is who we want. So the building will actually go out this week for bid. Once we get those bids back, depending on what proposal we want to go with, then we have to actually design and bid out again the footings and foundation. Because it's just not a standard footing and foundation. Each building has their own requirements of what the footing and the foundation has to have under it, and we won't know that until we know what building we're going to actually do. So the building is actually going to be probably a couple months down the road before we even get to that point yet, or at least a month before we actually know what style of building we're going to have. Then it'll have to go out to the contractor's going to have to go out and get footing and foundation prices to bring back to us to figure out who we want to go with to do the footing and foundation. Does that make sense to anybody? Okay. I know it's confusing. It is.
It's just even more confusing when we're presented with this to bid $72,000 on putting in water and sewer when we don't know what we're spending on the building.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't, it's the infamous cart before the horse.
It is. We know that we're going to need water and sewer out there.
No matter
It's
what the
inevitable that
building's-
a building is going to have to go up there. We need the room. It's that simple. In my opinion, we need that room. The wastewater treatment plant project, when that goes, or if when and if that goes.
At one time, there was a number thrown around, $600,000.
Right.
I'd
We're
be
still hoping that we can come in on that.
and I'd be in favor right now of that, but it would have to include this.
We can I'm sure if we approve this tonight without signing anything, I'm sure we can. There's no time frame on when this has to be done.
Well, I
So-
thought there was something. It's very encouraging.
I mean, a contractor's not gonna leave it out there forever.
No, but knowing the contractor that
I understand that.
we're
But
recommending,
No,
I think
I-
there's some play in there that definitely could happen.
no, I understand that part, but from a purely contractual, I'm sure he's got a date that it expires.
Yeah, the dates that you're seeing in there are nothing to do with this. He has to get us
Yeah.
paperwork back by then. So that's what you're seeing.
But I would agree, Dave, I mean, I would like this to be part of the,
Yeah. And I get it that we need a building with the loss of the garage stalls downtown, down on Second Street, down on 35. It's going to be needed.
Do we know if Zappa's gonna be bidding out the building as well?
he doesn't know.
They don't.
No,
they
he
don't
doesn't.
go. They're just gonna do the
Okay, they just
excavating.
do
No.
inside, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we do have 5 stalls here that we didn't have 2 years ago. We just moved in here, about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The only thing that really needs to be heated is the jet truck. That's the most important thing. I worked on the railroad for 39 years, and our trucks were parked outside and plugged in diesels or whatnot to the equipment, but a lot of times the railroad yards look like junkyards,
Yeah.
so I don't really want that, but, you know,
Kip, what are your thoughts on the building? Can it be done for $530,000?
We're still,
For
we are,
500?
we're still optimistic that we can. And the thing is if it comes back and let's say we're over, then we make the decision either A, we, you guys are just gonna have to make a budget adjustment to fund it, or B, we go back and we shrink the building and it's bare bones the way it is now. So, we're not putting a bathroom in there at this point. There's nothing in there that we can take out, but there is the possibility that, if it comes back and it's $50,000 higher or whatever that number is, then we could shrink the building up. That would be probably our only cost savings would be to do that.
Are there any designs on this yet?
Yeah.
They're not included in here, are they?
On this project?
Yeah.
No, this is just
On
for
this
to
is
bring
just
in
for the-
water and sewer.
No, I know that, but there has to be distances that these are going, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all, yeah, the
So can the
engineer,
building be repositioned so it's closer? Because I think
No.
we're going out to the road, correct?
no, because we have to come from 200 feet east of us this way, and we're only coming as far as we have to our property line in order to bring the water and sewer stubs in.
So there are designs to a certain extent.
Oh, it's all designed
All
already.
right. Okay.
Yeah, our city engineer
And this
designed
is
it.
the least amount of distance we need to go where we
Yes.
have to go
Yes.
for in the future, and that's really what this is if we're not putting in bathroom right away, if we're not putting in.
This is bringing, so this is bringing sanitary sewer there's a manhole 200 feet down. So we're bringing mainline sanitary sewer 200 feet this way. We'll put another manhole up here, okay? Then we will run a sanitary stub into our lot out here, which will end up in the southeast corner of the building. Along with that, we're also bringing in a 4-inch fire protection, because that's required. And we're also bringing in 1.5-inch domestic service from the water, which is running right out in front here. So we'll be tying into the water and the sewer, bringing those 3 services into the property.
well, then there's natural gas and electricity. of course.
Natural gas and electricity, I've already got prices on that. We're looking about $3,000 for both
Each or together?
total.
Total.
Yeah, I want to say it was $3,000 or
That's not
$3,500.
too bad. But again, it adds to the.
$3,000 or $3,500.
Adds to that.
So then we're more like a $525,000 building.
Don't know.
Well, I mean, telephone or
No, we don't. None of that's.
something,
Yeah, there won't be any of that out
or
there.
alarms, or have to be some sort of hookup.
Well, electric's all included in the
Yeah.
building. It's just getting Excel. They have a cost to get it from here to there. And then the other thing is the gas line coming in.
So,
And then I'm also having Excel run the gas line. It's right out in front here from there to the new building, but I'm also having them stub it all the way to the cold storage shed. Just if we do in the future want to ever heat that, we're not digging our brand new parking lot back up again. So we're getting everything underground that we possibly can at this point.
so to what Kurt and Dave were saying, if we moved to approve Zappa's bid, I kind of agree with them too. I'd like to see what the building cost is gonna come out to be as well. If we move to approve it, where does that put us, again, to Kurt's point, contractually with this?
How far out is the building? The bid for the.
It'll
You
go
said
out,
it's gonna go out next
it'll
week.
go out this week or next
Well,
week,
the
so it'll be a
problem is
month
there's
from
even
that.
One more step in there.
Yeah, and then there's
Getting
one.
the footings and
Right.
foundation.
Right, but
Right.
once we know that, then we should be able to get a pretty close estimate on what that footing and foundation cost would be.
So,
I mean,
just
if-
hate to
if
commit
we-
to a bunch
you
of
know-
stuff and then we're in for 800 and then we
Right.
say, well, we've already spent this much, might as well.
right,
Mhm.
right.
I'm just trying to think how you could.
Could
I
we-
think if you approve it, just because you're approving it doesn't mean, I mean, it's no different than anything else that you guys approve. Doesn't mean that it has to happen immediately.
Can we move to approve Zappa's bid, but not without we'll move to approve this, but pending the bids from the building?
I think instead of doing that, I would just rather that you push this a month and we'll see. I can't guarantee I'm gonna have numbers in a month. I mean, it just depends on
As we put together, you
how
mentioned
quick we get
briefly
this,
too.
how quick we get this building
Are we
out.
putting new asphalt in back here?
Well, whatever has to be tore up.
Okay,
No, not the whole park, no.
okay.
But you figure, yeah, I mean, there's 20 feet from the all where the building's gonna go has gotta come
You'll have a
out.
concrete pad going in
And then there'll be,
somewhere and-
20 feet because that's what's gonna come out in order to,
Okay.
to make slope, to get drainage, things like that. So that all has to be reworked in there.
Okay.
So does everybody would you guys feel more comfortable if we push this back and push it back to next month? Thoughts?
Yeah, let's hold off for
Yeah.
a month.
Let's hold off. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Kip. All right. Number 6, discussion and possible action on West Central Biosolids Facility contract.
All right, basically this is a renewal. Everybody knows what the West Central Biosolids Facility is. Yes, no, yes. I'm gonna assume everybody does.
Why don't you go for it?
Yeah, refresh us.
So basically, all of the sludge that Hudson produces, I think there's 14 members. Hudson was one of the founding members of it. It's down in Ellsworth. It's a facility that all the sludge that's produced in the city of Hudson actually gets trucked down to Ellsworth for processing down there. That's where it gets dewatered, things of that nature, and then land applied and stuff like that. We don't have the room to do it here, so it makes sense that we send this down there. So what this is actually just it's a second amendment to the original contract for the members to sign. Not asking you guys to sign it. This is something for the mayor to sign because it is an official document. So what I'm asking you guys to do is it's just saying that, hey, we're going to continue to be members for the next 15 years. Type thing. So and we would have zero reason to ever get out of that. I mean, the city of Hudson has got money invested in down there. We own part of that facility and things of that. So it's just looking for an extension on the contract. So what I'm asking is that you guys authorize it to go to city or to city council
City council.
for authorization
So
for
we're sign-
the mayor to sign.
Here it says 2026. And we're signing a contract 6 years from now.
They've got a lot going on down there right now. They're having issues with. They actually just got. They were actually just down in Madison. Had some law changes that went on because of hauling and hauling weights and different things like that. And I think they're looking at investing huge amounts of money down there soon. And I think they just want to make sure that everybody's on board.
Well, why are the dates different?
They're not
They're
different.
No,
Just extend it.
2025.
Right here, it's
Right.
talking about ending. I mean, we're talking about a contract right now that doesn't end for 5 years.
right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We're extending the existing
So will they
contract.
extend from today's date or whenever the mayor signs off on it, or will it extend off of the 2025
It'd
date?
probably extend off the 2025 date.
Yeah. Well, that's what's listed.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
January 1st, 2026. Is there any changes to it? Do you know?
No.
No changes,
Nope.
no increases in
Nope.
fees, no.
Well, there's always that. I mean, that's a fluctuating there's hauling fees, and it's no different than anywhere else. Yeah, the fees do fluctuate. But
So is
but
that a
nothing.
secondary contract that we've got with them? The fees, or how
Is
are
there
the
a fee
fees?
schedule somewhere, or?
No, it's a big, thick contract.
I don't think I've ever,
It's in my office. If you want to see it.
It's probably based on weight and the frequency of.
Well, it's based on weight. It's based on contractual costs.
Sure.
What is the hauler charging? Then it's based off of weight. It's based off of if you're a member or a non-member, because they do accept non-members down there. We get a little bit of a break because we are a member and things like that.
with
But-
wastewater, has this come across the commission's table before?
Yeah, you guys, this was
No,
the original contract?
no. That wouldn't have came through this
No,
commission. That
not
would have
the
went through
commission,
that would have
went
went
through-
through the city of Hudson.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
So this
other
is really the
options?
first time we're seeing.
There are none.
yeah.
There aren't, that's
There
the
There
thing.
isn't. No, and
So this
And-
is them getting a commitment through 2040,
right,
so they can feel comfortable.
right, with their members. Correct.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Who are the other members?
Oh,
I mean, how many?
New Rich, all of your big ones in this area, and a bunch of small ones. I mean, New Richmond, River Falls, Ellsworth, Prescott, us. There's pretty much
West
everybody
Central
in
Wisconsin.
St.
Okay.
Croix County and
And Pierce County.
Pierce County.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now some of the smaller, maybe 1,000 people or something, they might not be members. They just haul. And we haul down there about every day.
Yeah.
We're hauling a semi-load down.
Yeah.
Would anybody like to make a motion on this?
I'll move to approve.
Got a
second.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. All right. Number 7, discussion and possible action on motion to convene in closed session under Wisconsin Statute 1985, 1G, to confer with legal counsel regarding strategy to be adopted by the Public Utilities Commission to discuss consolidation of utilities between the city of Hudson and the village of North Hudson. Can we get a motion? Go into closed session?
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
No, you need a roll call vote?
I would.
Yep. Okay, Hassan,
Here?
Oh,
yes or no?
Sorry, yes.
Hassan, Quorum,
Yes.
Hall,
yes.
Nolan, Preisel,
Yes.
Tewinkle.
Yes.
Going back into,
Want to do that roll call vote again?
I don't think that you do.
Well, we'll just say yes and then,
okay,
so, I'll just,
go for it.
Yeah, do a
Okay.
roll call.
all right,
Do a roll call.
Hassan.
Sure.
Yes.
Quorum,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Nolan,
Yes.
Preisel,
Yes.
Tewinkle.
Yes.
Okay, and then we are looking for a motion on agreeance of what was discussed in closed session.
So moved.
No, I'll
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Okay, do we have to be,
Just a motion to.
No, they're
move
just
forward
making a
with what was
motion
agreed
on
on.
what was discussed in closed session to move forward with what was discussed. Does that make sense?
I don't know if you have to, do you have to be specific about what was,
I don't think so.
okay.
Number 8, project updates, project status report, Kip.
All right. Everything's up on here, up on the screen. 2020 with our commercial, that's going to be kicking off. So I believe next week, letters will start be going out to set appointments for having your cross connection inspection done and your meter changed out. So if anybody does watch and they do receive a letter, it is legitimate. It should be having our letterhead, this Hudson Utilities letterhead on it, with having to make a phone call or actually going online through HydroCorp to set that appointment. So please make those appointments so we can get this done this year. This is our last year in our meter exchange and cross connection inspection, so it'd be year 5 of 5.
How long do the meters usually last?
20.
Okay.
See you in 15
So
years.
about 15 years. We'll,
Quarter up.
We'll be having the same discussion.
it's not so much the meters, but it's they have to be checked for accuracy
Mm-hmm.
at that point. That's actually statute that they have to be checked for accuracy, and once they start to get that old, you'll start seeing some of the battery issues. So. Highway 35 is probably we're about 90% done on the design. Now that's with the state of Wisconsin, so that'll all be turned in, going out to bid sometime probably this fall, next winter sometime here. Wastewater treatment plant, everything's been designed, bid out. We did take it off the agenda for this month. So we will be discussing that again next month, but there is zero construction started on that. The utility service building, we talked about earlier. Like I said, it's designed, everything's pretty much done. I think they're just putting some final touches on it, making up the advertisement. So that'll be going out this week or first part of next week. And the Wisconsin Street Tower, you approved the proposal for that tonight, so. About it.
Cool. All right. Number 9, other business for information purposes only or for the upcoming agenda.
I have nothing other than we will be bringing number 4 back.
And number 5.
Just a quick question, Kip. I know everybody's hypersensitive right now to the coronavirus and things like that. Have you talked at all internally and with the city of Hudson about staffing and if there are issues with individuals being out with coronavirus to ensure water, sewer are taken care of?
We had department heads, yes.
Okay.
Department heads, we've had conversations about that. Actually, City Council got a great update last night from Aaron and from the fire chief on kind of what's been discussed internally amongst department heads and things like that. Staff level, we have not gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
We're just kind of, like everybody, we're in that holding pattern right now, just kind of waiting to see what could happen, what potentially is going to happen.
It's the preemptive planning that's always good. That disaster planning, it's done for a reason. I'm glad you guys are talking about it.
Well, in all of our emergency plan books, I mean, everything's up to date. So we are good up on that, so, in kind of like, with the utilities, obviously we've got staff where if we do start running, some people start getting sick or something like that, it's been discussed about, how IT can set us up to work from home, different things of that nature. We can pull staff from other departments if need be. Things like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's been discussed internally amongst us. So, hopefully, we don't get to that point.
And like Public Works could help us, or we could.
Public Works could help us. We could help them.
Stuff like that.
There was talk last night about if City Hall does have to shut down. The essential services will remain running.
Cable television could assist in some of the duties as well.
That's a given. Essential services, will remain running to where, I could work from home easily, type thing. But it's the guys here that are out and stuff that, we'll make it work. Yeah, we're not worried at all about that. And like I said, our emergency plans are up to date. And a lot of things like that, when things like that do happen, a lot of it's going to come from the state or the federal government, or the county, type stuff on how everything's going to work. So,
Okay.
Very good, thank you.
That's good. Anybody else got anything else they'd like to add? All right, number 10. Sewer utility and water utility cash reports.
Okay, so first one's sewer utility. Looking good there.
Yep.
Next one's water utility. We are looking good there. So there.
Anyone have questions?
Not like cash reports.
Kurt, you got anything?
You like cash reports?
Love them.
Number 11, discussing impossible action on claims.
I just have a couple of quick questions. Aspen Equipment snowplow,
Yep, we bought a new snowplow that was budgeted.
was that recent, or did we just get the bill for it, or?
We probably just got the bill. That's why you're seeing it. We
Right.
just got the bill for it.
And then the other one, and I don't know, this is a goofy question. What,
You're gonna have to give me a page so I can find it.
A page?
if you can.
I can show it to you right now. Studio EO Vehicle Storage Building. What is that for? Is that
That's
for?
the design studio.
Very good.
Yeah,
Okay, I got it. I know where
Okay.
Studio EO is.
okay. Yeah, it's Elliott.
Okay.
Used to be
Okay.
Elliott Architects. They changed their name.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Need a motion for
Make a
claims.
motion to
All
approve.
right, got a motion to approve.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.